Hi guys, welcome back to the Sicilian Revival. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two extremely tough games against Lazio and Inter Milan. Since you were last with us, form has been a bit of a struggle. We did squeeze in a couple of friendlies during the international break. We won them both reasonably comfortably, managed a bit of rotation in there as well, just built confidence up a little bit. But we lost 2-1 at home to AC Milan. Pretty good performance overall, and it was quite a close game. We lost 4-0 away at Juventus. We were completely outplayed against them. A 2-1 defeat at home to Napoli, and we followed it with a 2-0 draw away against Cagliari. And it was a good performance, that one. Cagliari managed a late equaliser, unfortunately. Um, but again, we did pretty well overall in that game, and we're still, let's be honest, we're still massively performing above expectations. Yes, we've not won a game for a while, but with the run of games that we've had, I wasn't expecting to, if truth be told. But we're sat in 11th place. We're on 11 points. We're 6 points ahead of the bottom three at the moment, with the game in hand over a few teams behind us as well. If we can somehow get a result against Lazio or Inter Milan, very unlikely, I know. Inter Milan yet to lose a game in their opening 8 matches, and Lazio looking quite strong at the moment as well. But even a couple of draws, very good results if we can get any kind of points on the board. And it's just going to be a case of hoping for the best, I think, really. We have had to rotate quite a lot recently. There's been a number of injuries to the squad as well, and a lot of little niggly injuries as well. Carstens, Bettini, Donati, Harder, and Sacco not fully fit. Harder and Sacco still carrying slight knocks. Nunziante, our substitute goalkeeper, and Higo are our current long-term absentees. So, you know, we're we're very restricted. We've got a lot of players out on loan, of course, as well. I'm not too sure which of them we can recall. It has been a while, of course, since I loaded up until yesterday's episode, but I'm not too sure whether we can recall too many of those players that we did loan out. Hopefully, if they do well in the first half of their seasons on loan, we might be able to recall them just to fill the squad out that little bit more. Um, But going into these next two games, I am expecting defeats again. But I don't mind us getting beat, if truth be told. We're in a league that we are vastly overperforming in. We're very underrated in terms of our financial backing as well in this division. It's just going to be a case of trying to find ways to win the odd games and keeping our heads above water and above that relegation zone, of course, as well. So it's all going to be very tough this season. We knew that coming into the league. Let's see how we do today. Starting with this game against Lazio, early stages would suggest it could be quite a cagey affair. We've had the majority of possession so far, but not a lot of created chances from either side. We've had the one attempt at goal not on target, and Lazio yet to really threaten our goal. Udinese lead at home against Inter Milan, a bit of a shock uh, lead for the home side in that one. Juventus, as would have expected, are ahead away at Genoa. But in this first half, no highlights whatsoever. A 0-0 and no highlights whatsoever, like I say. Two shots on target for Lazio, which they got right at the end of the first half. We've not had a shot on target. It's not been particularly exciting, has it? Hopefully, we can just build a little bit of momentum in this second half. Lazio trying to put the early pressure on here at the start of the second half as Valentini finds Bonsubar, and it's taken a deflection, and Brazil just about manages to keep that out. We've gotten away with one there, and it remains 0-0, but that was very, very close to seeing us go behind there. But so far, we're showing a good amount of resilience. We're not being completely outplayed once again, and it's just whether we've got that necessary quality. We've struggled going forward today. We haven't had a single shot on target yet. We've had a couple of attempts at goal, but other than that, that has been about it. We've dropped a little bit of encouragement to the side. Hopefully, that'll just pick us up in terms of morale as well. Bonsubar into Yellert, and now Andre Santos just holding on to possession, looking to play it in. It's a poor tackle from Hiralainen, and he's gone through Moretti to get to the ball, and it'll be very unfortunate to lose in this manner. It's a penalty kick. And in a game that neither side has really gone all out to try and win, Zaccagni here with a penalty scores into the bottom corner. And it's harsh. We haven't had a shot on target though, so I can't be too critical. On that basis, we probably do deserve to lose this game, but I think that's harsh, and unfortunately, we will probably end up losing this game now because of that mistake defensively. And unfortunately, our centre backs both struggling in terms of their discipline as well, and we'll make some changes in midfield also just to get some fresh legs on and hopefully potentially cause a bit of a shock here and see us get back into the game. But we've not looked like scoring at all. All of the highlights that we have had, and there has been very few of them, of course, have gone in the way of the opposition today. And we've made the changes. Unfortunately, it's right when there's a corner. Fasting doing really well to get the header clear. And Mamadou Bar's charged out and he's managed to get there. And he has got support ahead of him if he can find it and yell it with a good tackle. But Bettini picks it up now. He's got support arriving in the centre. Can he find it? Lays it back and Andre Santos intercepts. And again, just having that clinical side, we're just missing out in that final third. Unfortunately, against teams in Serie B, we were probably scoring those opportunities, but the quality in Serie A is a massive step up. And Zakagni plays it back to Yeller, to now Luca, to Bonsu Bar, and still Bonsu Bar. Brazil keeps it out. Hiralainen manages to clear, but again, we've just not. We're going to demand a bit more, to be honest. It has been a poor performance overall. Unfortunately, Rahman back to Diori. Now Hiralainen into Rahman. And there's Capecci. And there is our equaliser. It's actually an own goal by Thomas Araujo. And as the second half's gone on, Lazio probably deserved to win this game. But all of a sudden, we've managed to find a way of getting back into this game. Diori into Hiralainen. And the ball was played across, and Capecci was there potentially to knock in the goal anyway, but Thomas Araujo took it out of our players' hands, and we have managed an equaliser without having a shot on target. It's absolutely mental, really, but this is a huge point if we can hang on to it here, and we have. That is a fantastic result. A 1-0 draw at home against Lazio. The substitutions did certainly make a difference. Capecci putting himself in that position, which forced the own goal. Rahman with the assist as well. And we can be very pleased with that result. The performance wasn't the best, but we've avoided defeat and we've got another point on the board. And that is the most important thing. So that puts us actually up to 10th place now. So we're looking still pretty reasonable. We're not quite a third of the way through the season. We're not too far off it, though, if truth be told, are we? Already 10 games into the campaign. We've got about 6 days to go until the away game against Inter Milan. Again, it's not going to be a particularly easy game, but if, again, we can find some kind of result, it will be fantastic. So bear with me. We'll come back for that one momentarily, and hopefully more good news will be incoming. Okay then, guys, here we go. It is our away game at the San Siro against Inter Milan. They've had a pretty slow start, if truth be told, Inter Milan. They're not playing quite as well as people would have thought they would have. Napoli currently setting the pace with AC Milan and Juventus in close proximity. Inter do have a game in hand, of course. If they beat us with that game, then they will be ahead of Roma, but still a little bit further behind Napoli and AC Milan, respectively. Juventus comfortably winning earlier today against Bologna, who reside in that bottom three at the moment, a 5-1 win there. AC Milan won 2-0 against Roma. Lazio with a 3-0 win at home to Brianza, and Napoli with a 3-2 win at home against Genoa. Incidentally, they went behind twice in that game, Napoli, but found a way to win. So going into this game against Inter, again, I'm not expecting anything, if truth be told, but if we can somehow get a result here, it would be fantastic. And again, just lifting confidence. We've got that points to games ratio in our favour at the moment. I mean, you look at some of the players involved here for Inter Milan. I mean, the likes of Lunin in goal for a start. Pavard, Tapsoba, Bastoni and DeMarco, very strong defensively, really. Valverde, Barrea, Anthony, Lino, Martinez and Thuram. That is a very dangerous attacking threat that they have as well. In terms of their bench, there's one or two names that I recognise there, the likes of Emil Smith-Rowe and David Fratesi. Kai Havertz is on the bench there as well, along with Carboni. So they've certainly got options, and let's be honest, they've probably got more options than we do. So Let's go out there and try and cause a shock. And my word, would it be a shock? Not just for the Inter Milan faithful, but for ours as well. If we somehow get a result here, it would be fantastic. Diori here with a throw. Thomas Burdick into Diori. Now Hiralainen plays it into Thomas Burdick again. He gets it across, and Ezekiel Banzuzi has scored his 4th goal of the season, and we have taken the lead here against Inter Milan. What a fantastic start from our point of view. I can't imagine it'll last very long, but we will certainly take it from where we stand at the moment. Hiralainen again proving very instrumental in that midfield. He seems to have certainly settled into his role a little bit more in recent weeks, and he scored a couple of goals as well. More recently against some of these big sides that we played as well. So certainly confidence boosts for him. So with us having taken the lead, that actually puts us up to 8th place at the moment. And what a start to the campaign it has been. Even if we lose today, we can be very proud with how well we've done at the start of the season. Here is Pavard into Valverde, showing his quality, and Lautaro Martinez. Well, that is a shocking finish from his point of view. He's a very good striker, Lautaro Martinez. And for whatever reason, he completely fluffed his lines there, and it went flying wide of that post. DiMarco whips it into that far post. It's a good header clear from Fastin and/or Torre. And Thuram now picks it up on the left-hand side, charges forward, looks to get it in, finds Barrea, and it's fallen for Martinez, who puts it all the way back to Tapsoba again. Bit of a strange one there, but the attack is still on for Inter. We're struggling to break out a bit, but Mamadou Ba beats Tapsoba to the ball. Can he find support? It's a good run here from the striker, charging forward, relieving the pressure on our defenders, swings it into far post, and Camden is there, and it was a very well worked move. Mamadou Ba, really good play from him. Unfortunately, Camden's header off target, but again, really positive play from our point of view. We held our defensive shape very well and did well on the counter-attack as well, as Sacco knocks it back to Torre, and now Camden picks it up into Banzuzi. He's got support ahead of him, finds Mamadou Ba, surely not. Again, it's a big opportunity. And again, if we take these chances, we potentially could be in a much stronger position, but we're looking very dangerous here. And Mamadou Ba's in behind again, a heavy touch on Valverde clears. On as far as Hiralainen though, Burdick now into Diori. Coming down this right-hand side, opportunity to play it in to Hiralainen, and it's a good tackle by Samuel Lino, and Diori picks it up, finds Hiralainen again to the edge of the area for Sacco. Now Diori, Hiralainen, patient play, and it's a comfortable claim from Lunin. Hiralainen got his shot on target though, so 50% of the job was done. We just couldn't find the finish. But again, really positive play. We're looking dangerous here against Inter. But again, we know how much quality they have. Yes, it's only 1-0 from our point of view as well. But so far, we deserve to be ahead. But that is just how quickly the tide can turn. Immediately they get forward, and Marcus Thuram gets them the equaliser. And very unfortunate from our point of view. We've looked very, very good in this first half at times. But again, I mean, the number of chances Inter Milan are creating, in terms of that, we're lucky to be level, but we've shown some very positive play here. And I think we're unlucky, to be honest. Mamadou Ba, obviously, with that big chance there before they went and scored. So we're looking good, if truth be told. The fact that we're still level after the first half is excellent. And yes, we don't have that lead to hang on to now. And it's going to be a case of holding on to what we do have as Torre clears away. Hiralainen doesn't have the pace to beat Thuram to the ball. And Thuram comes down this right-hand side. And Hiralainen immediately jumping back into shape. It's crossed in and Samuel Lino couldn't get there. Diori headed well to clear. But DiMarco is back in and Brazil makes a good save. Thuram cuts inside and fires it wide. And again, we're just looking a little bit flustered at times at the back, but we still hold that level. We still hold Inter level, should I say. But again, so many more chances have been created by them. Sacco and Burdick both struggling for fitness. We're going to drop a little bit of encouragement to the side as well. Sacco doing well to win that header. But again, not quite picking up the second ball, and the pressure is just starting to build. And there is Lautaro Martinez. And Kartsev had the effort initially. He played the pass in, and Brazil was treating it as though it was a shot. And Martinez kind of intercepted it. And unfortunately, in doing so, Brazil has been left looking like an absolute fool, if truth be told. And we are now behind. It was onside. And we're going to have to make some changes here. And again, so many yellow cards, especially in the midfield. It's certainly not good that we keep giving away so many yellow cards at the moment. And it's a shame that, well, saying that, Burdic's not struggling quite as much, but Mamadou Ba hasn't had a good game today. Alexander Mlakar can come on for an opportunity. And Fasting, unfortunately, has not had a good game either. So we'll get Carstens on. He is more experienced. Hopefully, he can do something for us. Banzuzi's had a good game, but he is also on a yellow card, so Capetti can come on for him. And it's all 5 changes being made. But now that we're behind, I very much doubt we'll get back into this game. We've looked good today at times, but again, just lacking that composure and finishing touch. Obviously, Mamadou Bar's big chance to make it 2-0 in the first half, a big blow. But in terms of the XG, Inter Milan 2 to 3 times better than us on the day, and it's just not quite happened for us. But again, even in defeat, it's only a narrow defeat, and we'll take it. A 2-1 defeat against AC Milan, Inter Milan, and Napoli. Yes, we got heavily beaten by Roma and Juventus, but we're showing resilience, if nothing else, and we do have options from the bench, which are good enough to play at this level as well. It's just having that complete squad depth, and unfortunately, at the moment, we don't quite have that, but we haven't got the finances to back it up either. So, but we'll take what we've got. We're sat in 10th place, 11 games in, 12 points on the board, 7 points clear of that bottom 3, which is the most important thing. And we've got some very important games coming up, if truth be told. And fans have criticised our tactics. We haven't won in 6, but normally when that comes up, it means that you need to make a change. But the thing is, you look at the games that we've just played, and we're not playing badly. Do we need wide players? Yes, we probably do. We need to get a bit of width into the team, but we haven't got any. And if we were to change it up, obviously, I'm looking at the games that we've got coming up. The next 5 games are very important. Torino, probably a tougher one, but Lazio, Frosinone, Perugia and Salernitana especially, they're massive games. We need to win those games, if truth be told. Salernitana will be in tomorrow's episode as well, and we've got the Italian Cup against Spezia. But potentially, we are going to have to make a change now to our tactical play. And it's actually 6 league games now without a win. But again, AC Milan, Juventus, Napoli, Lazio and Inter Milan were 5 of those 6 games. And I think it's a little bit harsh, to be quite honest, from the fans, considering how well we've done with the setup so far. But in terms of our squad, we've got a number of players that can play on the right-hand side. We've got nobody that can play on the left, so we can't play wide, even if we wanted to. So we're going to have to just maintain what we're doing for now, and then hope for the best. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time, when we will hopefully have some more points on the board. This is Big Will, signing away.